Hey everyone, this is Spencer Bonin, your certified emotion code and body code practitioner, along with Balwinder Marwaha, transformational leadership coach, together with Unlocking You 2.0, combining the conscious and the subconscious together. Super exciting stuff. And today's video, we're talking about, really the importance of self-love, like we have been all week. But today's video in specific is all about giving yourself a break. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand this right off to you, Bally, and let us know what comes down to it. What do we have to do to give ourselves a break?
All right. Thanks for that, Spencer. It's so funny. You're talking about giving yourself a break. And the first thing that comes to mind is take a break. Give me a break of that Kit Kat bar. I think everyone remembers that commercial, right? Yeah.
That Kit Kat bar. Yeah.
But really, we talked yesterday about, dedicating time to yourself. And this is a little bit off of that, kind of segues off that, but it's about taking a break. But the reality is work is never going to end. Just there's always going to be something. The chores are never going to end. The tasks are never going to end. As long as you're living, those things are going to continue on happening all the time. So you have to, at some point, say, okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to give myself rest, because if you don't, there's always going to be stuff to do. You're never going to be at a time in life, if you are, it's unfortunate. But for most people, you're never going to be at a time in life that you have nothing to do. You've completed absolutely everything you need to do. Like, you could go and dust your laundry room closet, there's always
something.
But you have to stop at some point and give yourself that rest, give yourself a break and rejuvenate. This does a number of things. It allows your body and your mind to just calm down, relax. We tend to get worked up and, I hate to use the word overwhelmed, but I'm going to use it. Overwhelmed with all of our day-to-day tasks and things that we have to do. So take a break, relax, and just enjoy yourself. Take time for yourself and just know that, it's okay for me to rest. My body needs it. I need to take a break from life and just be with myself. And, it's good to do that every so often. Now, you don't want to be doing that too much either, right? Because then things aren't just going to get done and you'll be stuck in the same spot for a very long time, which you don't want. But yeah, give yourself that rest. Give yourself a break. Kind of like Spencer and I, Monday to Friday, we're here doing these live videos every day with different topics and different things for you. But on Saturday and Sunday, we take a break. Yeah. Not because we need a break from each other, but we take a break, right? So taking that break and having that rest is super important. And it's just all about that self-love. And we've been starting right from the beginning of this week about, the importance of self-love and the things you can do to generate self-love. And this is just that added cherry on top. So with that said, Spencer, on the subconscious side, taking a break, what does that or sometimes not mean,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. So yeah, first and foremost, giving yourself a break is really combining all the stuff we've talked about before, right? It's about giving yourself that reward. It's about, just finding the time to love yourself, prioritizing yourself, everything you just said. But what's holding us back from doing that? In today's video, I wanted to talk about specifically trapped emotions themselves and the different kinds of trapped emotions that are involved. So, and not just what the specific frequencies are, like the specific emotions, but what types of trapped emotions. Because in the body code, there's actually 6 different types of emotion or trapped emotions, which we'll kind of go into right now. So first and foremost, giving ourselves a break, oftentimes we don't want to do that because we're beating ourselves up. We think that for whatever reason, we just have this automatic thing where it's I need to go. We feel guilty. We feel unworthy of it, unworthy of quitting or unworthy of a break. We feel, shame for having a break. Oh, you should be, we think other people, or we're giving ourselves that shame. We're beating ourselves up mentally with this self-abuse. When we really just need a break. Like that's what we need. But if these trapped emotions are there, they're really wreaking havoc in this department. And what's really interesting, like I was saying before, there are 6 different types of trapped emotions. The first one is a common trapped emotion, which is basically something in your lifetime. You created this emotion yourself. You yourself had an experience of whatever emotion is. Let's just say unworthy, shame, guilt, whatever. You had an experience and your body didn't process that emotion properly, and then it got stuck somewhere in your body. That is the first one. That's just a common trapped emotion. There's 5 other ones. So another one is a shared trapped emotion. So similar, but you might have actually experienced this with someone else. So it might have been another person that shared the same experience. You felt the same emotions. You were both imbalanced at the same time. And it's almost as if that same trapped emotion kind of split between the two of you and you share them. Now, what's really cool about that is when you release it from you release it from the other person or multiple people as well. So it's by you doing this work, you're actually working on other people and improving their lives as well. So that's really cool. The third one is absorbed trapped emotions. So, and this is so important. And for everything like at this point beyond 4 through 6, why this is so important is because these ones really aren't even our emotions. They're someone else's stuff that we just get stuck with, right? So this one's absorbed. So, and that's why it's so important to be able to protect yourself. And I'm going to show you how to do that at the end of this video. But absorbed is like someone else is experiencing some sort of crazy emotion, and you just by default, you're around them. They experience it, they process it, and then that frequency is lingering around and it latches itself to you. You absorb that emotion. A lot of us out there are out here, we're empaths. I know I am. I pick up on all kinds of other people's stuff, and you know, that's not very fun. So absorbed emotions are a real thing, and they can definitely get trapped. So the next one is prenatal. So while you're in the womb, like first, second, third trimester, your mom's pregnant with you, and you have every likelihood of going through the exact same emotional roller coasters that she's going through. And on top of that, you might actually pick up on someone else's that's outside, or you, in rare occasion, you might actually develop that emotion yourself, because everything's vibration and frequency. So regardless of if you understand the concept, it's us as spiritual beings, we know what these vibrations are, and we can still create those emotions ourselves. The next one is super important: inherited trapped emotions. There's something that is passed down like a gene. I think we've talked about this before, but it's like it can go back multiple generations. And once again, this stuff isn't even yours. It's someone in your family at the moment of conception. Like, here you go. Here's a nice trapped emotion of unworthy. Thanks, mom and dad. Great. Or thanks, grandpa. Thanks, like whatever. But the really cool thing with this is that, like the shared trapped emotion, this one is also shared. So when you release it, you release that from everyone else that's ever had it. If you have kids, from your parents, from your grandparents, whatever it is, all of them gets released from everyone. So cool. And then the next one is kind of a little bit of an interesting one. It's preconception trapped emotions. Now, we can get into a big discussion about this, but in the body code, emotion code, we believe that it comes from 2 places. One, before we kind of choose into our bodies, it's like we're kind of like ready to go down, but then maybe we have like a fear or a, overwhelm or some sort of grief about leaving where we are. Or what we also believe is that previously, because of our spiritual nature, we are helping our ancestors, and we once again absorb emotions from our ancestors when we're helping them out. Once again, not our stuff. So 4 out of 6 of these emotions aren't even our stuff. And, so which leads me to this point here is, how do we protect ourselves? And what I'm super excited to do this, because I'm going to show you how to apply a shield, which is really going to help you be protected from everyone else's stuff. So, obviously, first and foremost, if you can muscle test, you can muscle test, and you can ask am I shielded from negative energies? And if it's a no, or even if it's a yes, whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to hurt by doing this. But we have this governing meridian, and our fingers have polarity. So this is kind of like a magnet. So I'll show you kind of how this works. So you can do this yourself, or if it's your kids or your family, you can do it on them as well. And so this is how it's going to go. You're going to say, I am placing a shield over myself. It covers me completely and is permanent. It allows positive energy in and keeps negative energy out. That's it. That's it. It's super simple. Now you have a permanent shield. The only thing is every single morning, once you do this, just make sure to say shields up. For whatever reason, at night, it drops down, but it's still there, and you just have to activate it with saying shields up.
Shields up.
Exactly. So that was my segment there for today. I know it's a long one, but I think this shield is really, really going to help you out. If you're watching this, you didn't watch this by accident, this shield is going to be extremely helpful for you to protect against other people's stuff, because we have our own stuff going on, and the less we have to deal with other people's stuff, the better. So with that, did you have anything else you'd like to add to that?
No, I think that's it. This has been a fun week about self-love and why it's important to take care of yourself and really sometimes put yourself first. So I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed this week as well. If you want to know more about what Spencer and I do into unlocking you 2.0, really becoming the best version of yourself on the conscious and subconscious side, connect with us. Visit the insideoutcoachingprogram.com. You'll find out some important information about what we do, a couple of cool videos to watch there. And then last night, we just had a crazy webinar with about 100 people on it. It was so exciting. 2020recoverymanual.com. If you register there, you may be able to catch the replay over the next 48 hours, but next Thursday, we'll be doing this webinar again. And again, registration is limited. We have 100 seats, and last night, we were, I believe, 92, if I remember correctly. So it's almost full. So if this is something that you want to check out and see, it's really going to show you how you can make the best of the rest of your life and the rest of this year, because it has been a bit of a rough year. So with that said, thank you very much. Thank you, Spencer. Everyone have an awesome weekend, and we'll connect next week with a new topic.
You bet. See you guys. Have a great